Hello and welcome to another Rin Reads. Today we are looking at the first Sweet Valley Twins book, which I finally got and finally was able to give a chance to read. I actually remember buying this book. It was not in this cover. It was in the Sweet Valley Twins and Friends cover where it was like the full rectangle. I have later covers that look like that. So yeah, it was really exciting to read this book. I kind of like that all of the earlier books are in this edition, kind of keeping the set that way, and then they transition into the different covers as they go along. But yeah, so this was an interesting read after so long. So this came out in 86. And yeah. I have so many feelings about this book. And it has made me question so much about like what I thought when I was younger. So, when I was a kid, I loved Jessica and Elizabeth. I kind of felt like an Elizabeth, but I always wanted to be a Jessica, just because Jessica was popular and outgoing and wonderful. Reading this book, I don't like Jessica. Jessica's kind of awful. So basically, what happens is Jessica and Elizabeth, it's kind of near the beginning of sixth grade at Sweet Valley Middle School. They have grown up, always dressing the same, always doing the same things, always being together. And as you go through the book, you realize really Jessica has been calling all the shots the whole time, and Elizabeth just goes along because she feels like she has to be with her sister. In middle school, Elizabeth decides that she wants to work on the school newspaper, whereas Jessica wants to join the elite unicorn club, which Elizabeth thinks they're awful. They gossip about boys, they gossip about other people, they just talk about clothes. It's not her scene. Especially because Elizabeth is kind of the bleeding heart who likes to kind of make sure everybody feels welcome, gets along. She likes to solve problems for other people. So, um, I don't know how I felt about it when I was a kid because that was a long time ago and I can't remember what my original feelings were. But reading this now as an adult, the treatment of Lois Walker in this book really hurt. Being someone who struggles with weight problems, especially when I was in junior high and high school, um, man, I felt for Lois in this book. And I was so mad at Jessica for doing the pledge dare for Elizabeth. And I can understand why Elizabeth was so upset. And I can understand why Lois didn't go to school for like 4 days after that. A part of me would like to say that school life is better. We've come a long way with like Pink Shirt Day and anti-bullying and all of that sort of thing. But even though we're more aware of it and we have so many programs to try and curb it, bullying still happens. And this book was a huge example of what bullying is. And so it was weird reading this book as an adult and as an educator, and just kind of witnessing the treatment of Lois. And, you know, I don't know. I don't really have a lot of words for it. It kind of hurt. It kind of made me angry. But then again, they are like teenagers. Well, preteens, really, because I think they're 12. Yeah, in grade six, they'd be about 12. So, I mean, kids are mean. Kids do this sort of stuff to each other. So I can't like really fault what is portrayed in the book, because I mean, that sort of stuff happens. I'd like to think that the type of hazing and things that happened back in the 80s and even 90s doesn't really happen these days, but I think that it's completely different now with social media. Um, and even though they may not use the same like hazing type tricks and dares, I feel that there's different things now. Anyways, I mean, I still love the series. I still love the books, but you can love something and find fault with them. So, yeah, I was really not impressed with Jessica. Um, Elizabeth seems a little too perfect. Also, I feel like, once again, because it's that formulaic book, because it's in a series, because um, it's meant to have this type of thing, everything's wrapped up nice and pretty at the end. Elizabeth makes Jessica apologize to Lois. Lois accepts Jessica's apology. But I feel like in real life, it wouldn't have been resolved that quickly. Or Lois would say that she accepts Jessica's apology, but would like harbor that issue for a lot longer. I think it's really cool that she believed Elizabeth when she said that it was Jessica dressing up to like be Elizabeth, like was pretending to be Elizabeth. But I guess Lois would know that Elizabeth better than that, which is probably why the trick hurt so bad when it first happened. Anyways, yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on the book. Um, it's funny that the first book would really be about bullying. It was interesting how you can see the setup for some like later plots happening in this. They're already starting to talk about the haunted house and the person who lives there is like a witch. And I think that comes up in the third book. I'm pretty sure it's the third book. I'm gonna look. Yeah, number 3, the haunted house. So they're already setting up book 3 in here. And then, of course, there's the whole ballet subplot that goes into book 2, Teacher's Pet, which is the next book that I'm planning on reading. May not be the next book uploaded, as I am going back and doing reviews on some of the books that I've previously read. So it just depends on if I get the review done before some of the others, or if I do some reviews while I'm still reading book 2. I was really sad, and I'll probably talk about this in my book 2 review, but I didn't realize that Scholastic had re-released them. So this is a Bantam Skylark book, and this is a Scholastic book. And as you can see, they changed the cover art. So probably what happened was Scholastic couldn't get the rights to the original artwork. So yeah, you can definitely tell that there's been an attempt to mimic the original cover art, but like the quality is just not there. So though I was happy that I got book 2, I'm kind of really unhappy that it's the Scholastic book. Yeah, I had no idea that Scholastic had re-released them, so that was kind of a cool thing to learn. But yeah, so I guess we'll just see how it all goes. Anyways, book 2 should be coming up soon. Look forward to it. I hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks for watching.